Hey, how's it going, guys? So, Caleb here again. Thank you for checking in. So, I just wanted to make a quick video to talk about why is it so important to find a niche and find one thing that you're passionate about and just focus on that thing. It could be just one thing for your entire career, but finding a niche is very, very important in my opinion. So when I was younger in my career, right, I was a package designer when I was in school. So that's what I know the skills for, right? But then like when I get to graphic design, there are definitely a bunch of things, right? There are logo design, there are illustration work, icon design, web design, UI and UX design. So there's a bunch of things that you can potentially explore, and I did try to learn many skill. I did try to like do logo design. I did try to like do illustration work and all that, right? In the hope that like when I thought when I know more skill, then kind of it adds more value into my sort of my portfolio. So when an employer see that, they will say like, hey, this guy knows many skill, so he's better. But right now, later on in my career, right now, especially as what I'm doing right now, I need to constantly put people in a project, so I need to constantly look for illustration designer. I need to look for logo designer, motion graphic guys, and all this, right? So right now when I'm looking for people, I want to look for the best people possible. So I'm not looking for just a guy to do everything. I'm looking for the best person possible. So right now when you think back, right, you need to ask yourself, what kind of employer are you trying to attract? So what is your target audience? What kind of people do you want to work for? So I would say that usually the employer that are looking for multiple skills in a person, in the same person, are the people that don't really value quality that much. They just want a guy to do everything so that they don't have to hire many different people. But at the same time, right, think about like how good can a person be when you say that you can do many things. So let's say right now when you're going in a restaurant, they say like, hey, we cook Thai food, we cook Japanese food, we cook Chinese food, we have everything in the restaurants, right? What kind of restaurant do you think that is? Like, what would you go there for? Like, what should I go there for? What should I buy it for? So I don't know, like, what kind of thing are you guys good at? So there are two type of employer. One is the first one I just mentioned, a guy that want people to do everything. They usually don't care about quality. But the other person, the other side of employer is that like those employers, they were really focused. They want to just hire that person do one thing, right? Example could be right now if you go to intercom, right, so they have a designated designer to do the graphic work, right? So like all the illustration work, they have that designer to draw for those things. They have Dropbox as well. Dropbox is like hiring a designer to only do illustration work, only do graphic thing, right? They definitely have another person do UI and UX work. And think about Google as well. Google has Illustrator to just to draw things, right? So there are definitely employers that are looking for the best talents possible. They don't care about like one person do many things because they know that those kind of people, they're definitely not good at many skills. So when you're doing that, right, think about where do you want to position yourself. Do you want to be an expert in one thing or just a person that does many things? So there's like a saying, right, like you don't want to be a jack of all trade but master at none, right? So you want to have one thing that you're a master at. You want to be a master of something. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have many skills, but definitely there's one thing that you have to keep a reason for people to hire you, right? You have to tell them like, hey, you should hire me for this because I'm the expert in that. And a more personal experience is that like right now when I'm looking for designer, not just designer, I'm actually looking for a developer as well to help me develop my app, right? My app is called Classity, and I know that there are two skills that I need. There are Ruby on Rails and there are React.js. So there are these two things, right? When I search online, a lot of people say like, hey, I can do many different things. I can do backend, I can do front end, I can do React.js, I can do Ruby and Rails. And usually when I see a profile like that, I will just skip because I know that like, dude, like what I'm gonna hire you for? What kind of expert are you in that thing, right? So I will definitely hire the people that to say like, hey, I'm Ruby and Rails expert, and I've been doing that for many years now. And my trust for those people is so much higher than the person that says they can do different things. So in that case, right, it's very, very important to find yourself niche. And myself right now, I do what my UI design, but nobody will hire me for development work, even though I can do it. So you have to give people a reason to do that, to hire you for it. And the last thing is the actionable. So right now when you say that, hey, I want to attract the second type of people, the employer that value quality, so I want to attract those people, right? What kind of things should I do? So my suggestion for you is take a look at your portfolio right now. Do you have a lot of multiple different things? So do you have like some logo design? Do you have some like illustration work? Do you have like some web design? So I want you to find the thing that you love to do the most and be the expert in that thing, and the rest of the thing, just you don't have to throw them away. You can hide them, but I want you, when you present yourself to other employer, right? I want you to present yourself as an expert in that thing. So let's say right now, if you pick logo design, and I would suggest you to throw away all your, not throw away, sorry, like store it, not put it in your portfolio. So remove all the web design work, remove all the illustration work, and only show logo design, and put maybe like as many logos as you want, you think, if you think they're good. So I want you to focus on just that one thing. And when people say that, when people see that, they're like, yeah, this guy, you know, he's an expert, so I can trust him to do this thing. So that's what I want to talk about this in this video. It's very important. I think it's one of the most important thing when you're designing what kind of designer you want to become, especially when you're students. So my suggestion is, like, if you want to be an expert, you have to present yourself as an expert. So that's all for this video, guys, and if you like the contents, please give it a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe to this channel as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.